Hey guys, Game Man Dan here, and today I'm going to be doing a pickups video, and it's already May. Wow. So, a good thing that happened in May was I won a contest. I won a contest from Dynasty Warriors 6. If you haven't heard of him, definitely go check him out. He's a really cool dude. He does some really good videos, mostly game find videos, like pickups videos like I'm doing right now. Pretty solid videos. I like his videos. They're pretty interesting. Let's get into what I won. I won 3rd place in his contest, and the first thing I won was Monopoly, complete in the box for Super Nintendo. It's in pretty good shape, in my opinion. Probably the best shaped Super Nintendo box I have, so it's pretty good. Just a little bit of worn edges and stuff, but I think that's in really good shape. Next game that I won from him is SimCity 2000. This game's kind of weird because it has this double case thing, but there's no other disc. Actually, it's not even like there's supposed to be a disc there and there's nothing there, but it's just weird. There's one disc. They could have saved a lot of money because I'm assuming these cases cost more. But complete and everything, really cool, pretty good shape too. So I'm pretty glad I won a contest from Dynasty Warriors 6. So this month I picked up another special edition. As you guys know, I like special editions. And the special edition I picked up this month was Dead Rising 2 Zombrex edition. Just the regular game, but it's just a special edition with a lot of extra stuff. A cool steel book here to keep your game in. But yeah, I did an unboxing of this, so go watch that. I'll put the annotation somewhere on the screen. But really fun game. It takes a while to get into. The beginning's kind of boring and repetitive, but once you start making your own guns and stuff, or weapons, it gets pretty fun. So Dead Rising 2 is pretty cool, and so is the Zombrex edition. So I haven't got to the thrift store that much because lately they've been pretty dry, in my opinion. I haven't found that much. I went there twice this month. I usually go there like 3 times a month, but this time the prices were a little bit high, which everybody's complaining about, but just a little bit, nothing extreme. But what I did find was some Dreamcast games. Three Dreamcast games at $1 a piece. The first one's Carrier. The next one looks pretty cool, and Classic Game Hunter actually just picked this up too, and it's silver. I actually picked it up 2 weeks ago. And a game I really wanted and was going to get, Marvel vs. Capcom 2. I like Marvel, I like Capcom, so it's pretty cool. And that's a small addition to my Dreamcast collection. I really don't have a big Dreamcast collection, so I'm happy to pick up some Dreamcast games. I've been kind of on a PS2 kick lately. I really like PS2 now because I've been playing the crap out of it. But a game I got and I really like, actually I got a stack of games here, a pretty big stack of games. But the first one is 18 Wheeler. I had this game back in the day. It's complete. All these games are complete, I think, except for like one of them. But it has this blockbuster thing on it. I really don't care. It's leg. I don't know what that means. It says leg on the back of the case. But yeah, I had this game back in the day. It was pretty fun, so I just wanted to play it some more. Pretty good game. Next game is Tony Hawk's Underground 2. Really fun game. I have the first one and I beat it. This one's in decent shape. The case is not great, but it's complete. I got these at GameStop, but I like the first one. I beat the first one, so I'm looking to beat this someday. So here's a game that brings back some pretty awesome nostalgia and memories. Medal of Honor: Rising Sun. It's pretty much the first like war or shoot 'em up, or well, that's not a shoot 'em up, or like FPS kind of game. But it is really fun. I like this game. If you're looking for a good Medal of Honor to pick up, I suggest this one. It's pretty fun. It gets kind of hard in some spots. Actually, back in the day, I had to have my brother beat this mission because it was like impossible. Because you had to go backtrack. You had to like backtrack from where you came, and then all these Japanese. And it was crazy. This is a World War II game, by the way, and it's really fun. Next game I got was Virtual Fighter 4. It was $2, and I didn't know if it was good or not. I played it. It's decent. I'm not a big fan of fighting games that much. It's kind of like a 3D, wanna be like all like cool and shit kind of game. It is good. The graphics are really good because this is a pretty older game, 2002. So yeah, it came out with the PlayStation 2. Virtual Fighter, I've heard some good things about it. There's one on like the Sega CD or something like that. Sega Saturn, that's cool. I think I have it. Yeah, Virtual Fighter 2. So Virtual Fighter 4 looked pretty cool. This next game was in a used section of GameStop, which I'm frequently in when I'm in that store. And it's IHRA Motorsports Drag Racing 2. And believe it or not, this game was sealed. I opened it up, but it was only $2, and they marked it pre-owned, but it was sealed, and it's in perfect condition, obviously. It was sealed. This game kind of really sucks. It could be cool. I'm imagining, like, looking at this game in the store, I'm like, wow, that's probably cool. You can design your own car. You can build up the engine and stuff like that, but they just didn't do it that great, so it's a pretty mediocre game. The next game I also had back in the day, and this is Tokyo Extreme Racer Drift. Pretty fun game, good controls. I like the graphics in this game and how it's mostly at night, and that's pretty cool. I don't see many games when you play at night, and you can see on the back there, it's at night. Fun game. I like it. I've played it again, and I still like it, so it's a pretty solid racing game. I like this more than the Gran Turismos. Gran Turismos are a little bit boring and repetitive to me, so I like this Tokyo Extreme Racing Drift. So, recently, the NHL playoffs have been on. Duh, if you're anywhere, you've been watching it, right? If you like hockey, I'm a huge hockey fan. I like the Devils, hell yeah. And they're playing Rangers right now tonight as I'm making this video. You'll probably see this later when the Devils win, obviously. But, I picked up some NHL games. I had these, and I was like, where the hell are they? Because I had them before I sold them. I just realized that, and then I went out and bought them. They're only 99 cents a piece. I got 07, which I've been playing a butt ton of, and NHL 04. So really fun games. If you like NHL games, you really just should get the older ones, like 07, 08, or something like that, because they're $1, and they're still fun to play. I don't think graphics really matter. And I actually have NHL 11, my friend gave me for the Xbox 360, and I prefer to play this just because the controls are more fluent and better, and I just kind of dig the old graphics. So, classic game, Hunter, don't punch me in the face through your computer screen, but I picked up Madden. This one is kind of cool. It's Madden 01, and I was like, wow, this is in really good condition for such an old game. Yeah, it's Madden 01, the first one that was ever on the PS2, and I'm going for all the Maddens, so I found this for like 98 cents or something like that, so I'm glad to get this. The graphics actually look pretty good. I don't know, they always look better on the back of the case. And last game I've been looking for a while, if you know me, you know I like Sly Cooper, and I found Sly Cooper, the first one. Not the red box, or the red label, or greatest hits. I found the original one, and the original one actually has a different cover than the greatest hits version, so I'm glad to get this. And that's pretty much all the PlayStation 2 games I got this month. I like PlayStation 2, and I wanted to build up my collection more, so I'm glad to get that. And now let's move on to some newish games I picked up. Well, it's kind of a newish game. I picked up Geometry Wars Galaxies for the Wii. I've been looking for some Wii games. I haven't found that many that are any good. But I know Geometry Wars is awesome. I've played it on Xbox Live Arcade. And it's really good on this, but you kind of need a classic controller, and I had to borrow one from my brother. But a classic controller is the one that's kind of like an NES controller, like an actual controller. But it's fun. You kind of definitely need the real controller, because if not, you're kind of moving like all over the place trying to control your little guy. So Geometry Wars is cool. Getting it on the Xbox Live Arcade, I think it's like $10, but I paid like $5 for this Wii game. So if you want an addition to your Wii collection, definitely pick this up. I have a question. Does finding stuff that's really old to you considered a pickup? But yeah, I found this in my dad's apartment. It was under a table, and I was like, whoa, this is badass. And it's this Mattel Classic Football 2. I remember getting this for Christmas way back in the day from 2002. It's actually kind of fun. Let me just turn it on for you. See, it's just little like red dots. The batteries are kind of dying. But yeah. So if you can see that, it's pretty awesome. It's complicated to play, but once you get used to it, it's really fun. And yeah, it was back. They actually had these around Atari time, so pretty cool. I like actually playing this. Like I sat down and played this for almost half an hour. Pretty fun. I actually see these in Toys R Us nowadays, so if you want one, you could probably find one. So I got a cool story for all you bros out there. I was taking the NJS, which is the statewide assessment for New Jersey, and in school, obviously. And in the beginning of the year, you had to just draw on a regular piece of paper, just some things you're interested in. Just tell everybody a little bit about yourself, and then you put it on the wall. And my teacher left it on the wall from the beginning of the year in my homeroom, and a teacher that was like proctoring with us, I don't know what you call it, but he was helping out my homeroom teacher to hand out the tests and stuff. And he was looking at the wall and he's like, "Holy crap, you like Contra and old NES games and stuff like that?" I was like, "Yeah, man, I collect it. I love it. I have a lot of them." And he's like, "Wow, that's really cool. I think I have some at my mom's house from back in the day." And I was like, "Geez, that's cool." And he's like, "Oh, maybe if I find them, I'll give them to you." And I was like, "Cool." And I didn't think he was actually going to find them or even think to give them to me. But I was in homeroom and I was just talking to my friends like, "Oh, and then my teacher was like, "Hey, Daniel, go to see I don't want to say his name, but yeah." And I was like, "Okay." And I was like, in the back of my head, I was like, NES games. But I thought I was like in trouble or something, because you know when you get called to someone's room, you kind of feel like you're getting in trouble. And then I walk in and I'm like, "Oh," and right on the table is sitting my favorite game of all time. And I'm like, "Oh," and he's like, "Hey, there's some games I found in my mom's attic." And I was like, "Awesome, thank you." And he's like, "Yeah." I was like, "Wow, they're going to a good home." And I was like, "Yeah, I just saw them. They're not going to be any use to me." I was like, "Holy crap." So that's the story behind these games I got for free from a teacher. Isn't that awesome? So this is the game that I saw right on top. He took it out of the bag he had it in and like placed it like this, and I was like, "Oh!" And yeah, I got another copy of Contra. This is my second copy, but I'm trading this to Classic Metal Fan numbers. I don't remember the numbers. There's a lot of great titles that he gave me. Another one, Mike Tyson's Punch-Out. This is a second. If you want it, I'll trade it to you. These are all in really pretty good shape, too. The next game I didn't have. This is the only one I didn't have. The Uncanny X-Men. Looks really cool. I don't know if it is. I haven't really heard much about it. My third copy of Double Dribble. I don't mind. Free games are pretty sweet. And my second copy of Arkanoid. My other copy is actually a 5-screw, so pretty cool. So yeah, my teacher is really awesome. Actually, he's not my teacher, but yeah. I'm glad to get free games from him. And I went down to my favorite store, one of my favorite stores, Toy and Game Land, and I picked this game up. Gotcha. It came with the manual, and the manual is perfect. Actually, I heard some pretty good things about this game. It's kind of like a paintball game, so people say it's the only good LJN game. So, pretty glad to pick this up for $5. So before I get into the main awesome thing, I want to show you some pretty good deals I got on this Super Nintendo game. At the same time, I got that Gotcha at Toy and Game Land. I saw this and I farted. I almost crapped myself, but it was just a fart. And his zombies ate my neighbors. It was sitting on top, and I saw $5. I thought it was $15, so I rubbed my eyes. I'm like, ugh. And this is a $30 game, and I wanted it like really badly, and I'm super happy I found it. It's a pretty good shape. The manual's there's no manual. The label's a little bit scratched a little bit, but that's fine. And on eBay, I was just browsing around, and I saw this, bid on it for $10. I got it for $10, free shipping. And I've wanted it for a really long time, so I'm glad to get Kirby's Adventure. It's about $15, $20 game on eBay, so glad to pick that up. I wasn't going to pay $15, $20. I probably would never pay that for a game. So I'm glad to pick it up for $10, and I really like it. So let's get into the new console I got. Alright, I'm just teasing you. Before I get to the new console, I want to show you this. I got Earthworm Jim for the Game Boy Advance. It was only $7 on eBay, and I was like, hell to the yeah! And I picked it up, and I love it so much on the Sega Genesis, I had to pick it up. They did a really great job. The graphics look a little bit better. The sound is the same, pretty much. I always burp in every video, I swear. But, yeah. Great port. If you ever see it and you like Game Boy Advance games, It's good to have this amazing game on the go. So enough with the teasing. I gotta get into the new console I got. I don't know if you'll call this a console, but if you saw my Game Boy collection video, which you should, it's a Game Boy DS. Not a Game Boy. What the hell? Why'd they drop that name? I don't know, but it's a DS. Cobalt blue and black. It's really cool. I bought this off of my friend for like $30. It's pretty cool. I like it. I'm a big fan of the DS now. I don't have that many great games for it, and I don't see that many that I'm really that interested in, to tell you the truth. But if you know any, please leave me a suggestion. But the games I did get, and the games I sort of enjoy, except for one, my friend gave me this. It's Mario Kart DS, just the little kart thing, but I was like, alright. And another game he gave me, which Digimon World Championships, and I was like, you can keep it, but he's like, I don't want it. So I'm cool with that. And the game I fell in love with, it's amazing. It is Contra 4. So yeah, I'm glad to get a DS and Contra 4. I did like a tiny little review snippet of this in my Game Boy collection, so check that video out. This game is sick. I know Joe3 just picked it up, and he likes it. And if you like Contra, you're gonna like this game. It's kind of like an ode to the old games, and I can go on and talk about this game. And every time I mention it, I start talking about it. So I'm sorry if this video is a little bit dark. The sun went down since I started making this video. So guys, thanks for watching. I got a lot of pretty sweet stuff this month. I got free stuff from my teacher. I mean, that's awesome. Just some, he's not even like my teacher, he's a random teacher in my school. So, thanks to him. Thanks for watching, guys. My voice was a little bit weird there. And, go Devils!